Welcome to Math Quiz. In this video, we are going to discuss some of the examples under unbalanced assignment problem. That is, if a non-square matrix is given, then how can we calculate the optimum assignment schedule and its associated cost? As a first example, let me solve the following assignment problem. Here, worker and jobs are given. There are 4 workers A, B, C and G, and there are 5 jobs are given J1, J2, J3, J4 and J5. So, look at the order of the matrix first. It has 4 rows and 5 columns. So, it's a 4 by 5 matrix, which means it is an unbalanced assignment problem. Since number of rows is not equal to number of columns. If the number of rows is not equal to number of columns, then such type of problem is unbalanced assignment problem. Assignment problem. So, if it is an unbalanced assignment problem, then we can't use the Hungarian method to find the optimum assignment schedule. So, for that, what we are going to do first is we have to convert this unbalanced assignment problem to balanced assignment problem. For that, what we are going to do now is, since we are having only 4 rows but we are having 5 columns, so we have to add one more row with 0 cost. So, if we add one more row, we get 5 rows. So, totally 5 equals 5. So, number of columns and number of rows both are equal. So, the problem becomes a balanced one. So, we can use the Hungarian method to find the optimum assignment schedule. So, for that, let me add one more row. That is nothing but my dummy row. So, and I am going to name it as E. After D, we have E with 0 cost elements. So, if we introduce one more row, then the matrix become a balanced one. So, we get a 5 by 5 matrix instead of 4 by 5. So, after that, we have to proceed as usual, like a balanced assignment problem. So, after introducing a dummy row, we get a cost matrix like this. This is what our reduced matrix. So, after introducing this dummy row, we have to proceed as usual like our assignment problem in case of balanced assignment problem. So, as a first step, what you are going to do now here is, so you have to check whether each row A, B, C, D and E has at least one 0 element. So, look at the rows first. So, here none of the rows has 0 element. So, what we are going to do here is, you have to first pick up the minimum elements in each row and you have to subtract that minimum element from its corresponding row entries. So, for that, let me first write down the row minimum for each row. That is the minimum element of each row first. So, for the first row, look at the elements in the first row, 2 is the minimum element. And look at the second row, here we have 7, which is the minimum element. And look at the third row, we have the minimum element 5. And in the fourth row, 7 is the minimum element. And the last row has zeros already, so no need to pick up the minimum elements. So, just leave it. So, for the first row we have 2, second row minima is 7, third row 5, fourth row 7, last row no need to take down the minimum element since it has already 0 elements in its rows. So, the next step, we have to subtract this minimum elements from its row elements. So, let me subtract from the first row itself. So, first one, let me subtract first 2 from first row elements. So, 10 minus 2, 8, 11 minus 2, 9, 4 minus 2, 2, 2 minus 2, 0, 8 minus 2, 6. And for the second row, 7 is the minimum element. So we have to subtract 7 from second row elements. So 7 minus 7, that is 0. Next 11 minus 7, 4. 10 minus 7, 3. 14 minus 7, 7. 12 minus 7, 5. And for the third row, 5 is the minimum element. So let me subtract 5. 5 minus 5, 0. 6 minus 5, 1. 9 minus 5, 4. 12 minus 5, 7. 14 minus 5, 9. And for the fourth row, 7 is the minimum element. So 13 minus 7, 6. 15 minus 7, 8. 11 minus 7, 4. 10 minus 7, 3. And 7 minus 7, 0. And write down the last row elements as it is. That is 0, 0, 0, 0. Now, let me again check along column wise too. So whether each column has at least one 0 element or not, that's what we are going to check it now. Look at the first column, it has 0 element. So go to the next column. Second column also has 0 element. Third, fourth and fifth column. So every column has at least one 0 element. So here now the matrix is ready for making assignment since each row and each column has at least one 0 elements. So now we are going to make an assignment. Before making assignment, first let me write down the number of zeros in each row first. So look at the first row, it has only one 0 element, and second row also has only one 0 element. Third row also has only one 0 element. Fourth row also has only one 0 element. And the last row has 5 zeros. So always keep in mind that we have to give our first assignment for the row which has minimum number of zeros. So no need to write down the number of zeros outside of the matrix like this. Just for your understanding purpose, I write it here. You just keep that in mind and give your first assignment, second assignment, etc. Okay. Now we are going to make an assignment. For that, we first give first preference for the first row, second row, third row or fourth row, since it all 4 has only one 0. Now we are going to make an assignment. Let me start with the first row. I am going to make an assignment at this position. After making assignment, cross the remaining 0 elements in the same row and column. Column wise it has only one 0 and row wise it doesn't have any 0. Now, next I am going to give my next assignment at this position. Since it has only one 0. So, after making assignment, cross the remaining 0 elements in the same column and also row wise too. Next, I am going to give my next assignment. So, third row doesn't have now any 0 elements. Fourth row has only one 0. And last row has 3 zeros. So, I am going to give my first assignment or first preference for the fourth row since it has only one 0 element. So, I make an assignment at this position. After making assignment, cross the remaining 0 elements in the same column and also row wise too. So next we have two possibilities. Either we make as an assignment at this position or this position. So we have to choose any one of them based on our choice. So I have to choose this position for making assignment. After making assignment, you cross the remaining 0 elements in the same row and column. Now, after making assignment, check whether each row has exactly one assignment or not. First row has an assignment at this position. Second row also has an assignment at this position. Whereas the third row doesn't have any assignment. And fourth row also has an assignment at this position, and the last row also has an assignment at this position. So the third row doesn't have any assignment, so which means the current assignment schedule is not optimal. So we proceed on to the next step. So in the next step, what we are going to do is we just draw a minimum number of straight lines which cover all 0 elements. For that, let me first mark the column which for that let me first mark the row which doesn't have any assignment. This is my first step. Mark the row which doesn't have any assignment. So after marking this row, look at, is there any 0 element? Here there is a 0 element. So you mark that column. So mark the column which has 0 element in the marked row. So after doing this, look at this column. So in this column, is there any assignment? Yeah, there is an assignment at this position. So you mark this corresponding row. This is your third step. So mark the row which doesn't have any assignment. Then mark the column which has 0 element in this marked row. Then mark the row which has assignment in the marked column. Now we have to draw a straight line through all unmarked rows and marked column. So we have to draw a straight line through unmarked row. Second and third are marked rows. First, fourth and fifth are unmarked rows. So we have to draw a straight line through unmarked row and marked column. First column alone is a marked column. So draw a straight line through unmarked row and marked column. So let me show this matrix to you clearly here. So after this, what we are going to do is we have to pick up a minimum element from all uncovered elements. So these are all the elements which are not covered by any of the straight lines. So among these, you have to choose the minimum element. So 4, 3, 7, 5, 1, 4, 7, 9. So among these, the minimum element is 1. So 1 is the minimum element here. So the next step is we have to subtract 1 from all uncovered elements, and we have to add this with the point of intersection of these straight lines and leave the remaining elements as it is. Now let me first subtract 1 from all uncovered elements. Let me start with the second row. 4 minus 1, 3, 3 minus 1, 2, 7 minus 1, 6, 5 minus 1, 4. Next, for the third row, 1 minus 1, 0, 4 minus 1, 3, 7 minus 1, 6, 9 minus 1, 8. The next we have to add. So at this position we have to add, since it is a point of intersection of the two straight lines. So 8 plus 1, 9. So in this position too we have to add, since it is a point of intersection of the two straight lines. So 6 plus 1, 7. So at this position too we have to add, since it is also a point of intersection of two straight lines. So we have 0. So 0 plus 1, 1. And write down the remaining elements as it is. So for the first row we have 9, 2, 0, 6. Second row we have here 0, and third row in this position we have 0. And for the fourth row we have 8, 4, 3, 0. And for the last row here we have 0, 0, 0, 0. Now we are going to make an assignment again. For that, let us first write down the number of zeros in each row first to decide where we are going to give our first assignment. Okay. So first row has only 1 0 element. Second row also has only 1 0 element. Third row has 2 0 elements. fourth row also has 1 0 element, and the last row has 4 0 element. So we are going to give our first assignment either for the first row, second row or fourth row. Let me now start with the first row. I am going to give my first assignment at this position. So after making assignment, you have to cross the remaining 0 elements in the same column. Column wise it has only 1 0, row wise it doesn't have any 0. And next assignment I am going to give it for the second row. So I am going to make it assignment here. So after making assignment, cross the remaining 0 elements in the same row and column. The next we have to, since it has only 1 0, I am going to give my next assignment at the third row at this position. So after making assignment, cross the remaining 0 elements in the same row and column. And next I am going to give my next assignment for the fourth row, since it has only 1 0. So after making assignment, cross the remaining 0 elements in the same row and column. So last assignment is for at this position. So after making assignment, check whether each row has exactly one assignment. So look at all the rows A, B, C, D and E. Each row has exactly one assignment. So which means we have arrived at the optimum assignment schedule. So the optimum assignment schedule is worker A is assigned with job 4, that is A to J4, B is with J1, C with J2 and D with J5 and E with J3. And the next we have to calculate the cost associated with these positions. This is not our original matrix. This is for the reduced matrix we have arrived using the Hungarian method to find out the optimum assignment schedule, which will minimize our cost. So in order to find out the original cost associated with these positions, so we just go and look at the given matrix. So this is what the matrix given. So we have to convert this matrix to this matrix using the Hungarian method. So this is the reduced matrix we have arrived using the Hungarian assignment algorithm. Now we have to first write down the cost associated with this position. A to J4, that is 2. Next B to J1, 7. C to J2, 6. And D to J5, 7. And E to J3. So actually it is given as an unbalanced assignment problem. After introducing the dummy row, we convert it into a balanced one and make use of the Hungarian method. So the cost associated with this portion, that is E to J3, means E to J3, it has 0 cost. So adding all these values together, we get the minimum cost. So minimum assignment cost is equal to 2 plus 7 plus 6 plus 7 plus 0. Adding all these values, we get 7 plus 2, 9 plus 6, 15 plus 7, 22. So for the given problem, we have arrived at the optimum assignment schedule and the minimum assignment cost 22. So what is our final conclusion based on this problem is, here job J3, because our E here is my dummy row. This is my dummy row. So here job J3 is assigned with dummy row, which means job J3 is left without any assignment. This is what our conclusion based on the given problem. Let's now move on to one more problem under this category. Solve the following assignment problem. Here job and machines are given. There are 5 jobs A, B, C, D, E, but there are only 4 machines 1, 2, 3, 4. So look at this problem, and it has 5 rows and 4 columns. So it is a 5 by 4 matrix. So here the number of rows, which is 5, that is not equal to number of columns. Here the number of columns is 4. So if the number of rows is not equal to number of column, then it is an unbalanced assignment problem. If it is an unbalanced assignment problem, then we can't use the Hungarian method to find the optimum schedule. So for that, what we are going to do is we have to convert this into a balanced assignment problem, and we proceed as usual in case of balanced assignment problem. So we have to add one more column since we have only 4 columns and 5 rows. So to make it balanced, we introduce one more column. So since we have 4 columns, so I have to add my next column, that is my dummy column. I have to label that as 5 with 0 cost elements. Now the matrix is a 5 by 5 matrix after introducing this dummy column. So after introducing a dummy column, we get a matrix like this. Now we can use the Hungarian algorithm to find the optimum schedule. So as a first step, let me first check whether each row has at least one 0 element. So here all the rows has at least one 0 element. So likewise we have to check it along column wise too. So first, second, third, fourth and fifth column. Among the 5 columns, first 4 column doesn't have any 0 elements, whereas the 5th column has 0 element. So we have to first write down the minimum element in each column first. So first column 10 is the minimum element, and look at the second column 20 is the minimum element, and in the third column again 10 is the minimum element, and in the fourth column 20 is the minimum element. Since the last column has 5 zeros already, so no need to pick up the minimum elements and subtract it from its corresponding column entries. So we have to now write down the column minimum for each column. First column 10, second column 20, third column 10 and the fourth column 20. So now we have to subtract the minimum elements from its corresponding column entries. So let's start with the first column. 50 minus 10, that is 40, 40 minus 10, 30, 60 minus 10, 50, 30 minus 10, 20, 10 minus 10, 0. And move on to the second column. We have to subtract these column elements minus 20. That is 40 minus 20, 20. Next 30 minus 20, 20. And 20 minus 20 is 0. 30 minus 20, 10. 20 minus 20, 0. And move on to the next column. Here we have to subtract third column elements from, that is, we have to subtract this minimum element from the third column elements, that is 50 minus 10, 40, 40 minus 10, 30, 30 minus 10, 20, 20 minus 10, 10, 10 minus 10, 0. And subtract the fourth column elements. Minus 20, you get 20 minus 20, 0, 30 minus 20, that is 10, 20 minus 20, 0, 30 minus 20, 10, 10. And write down the last column element as it is, since it also already has a 0 elements. So now each row and each column has at least one 0 element. So now the matrix is ready for making assignment. So as usual, we have to first write down the number of zeros in each column. First row has 2 0 element, second row has only 1 0 element, third row has 3 0 element, fourth row has only 1 0 element, and the last row has 4 0 elements. As we told already, we always give our first assignment for the row which has less number of zeros compared with the remaining. So we have to first give my first assignment either for the second row or fourth row, since these two has only 1 zeros. Now I am going to make my first assignment at this position. So after making assignment, cross the remaining 0 elements in the same column and also row wise too. Row wise it doesn't have any 0. So now next, this has only 1 0, this has 2 0 and this has no zeros, and this position we have 3 zeros. So now I am going to give my next assignment for the first row since it has only 1 0. So after making assignment, cross the remaining 0 elements in the same row and column. Now we move on to third row. It also has only 1 0. I am going to make assignment at this position. After making assignment, cross the remaining 0 elements in the same row and column. And fourth row doesn't have any 0 element, so you go for the last row. So it has 2 zeros. That is, we have two options. Either we make an assignment at this position or this position. So arbitrarily I have to choose this position for making assignment and cross this 0 element. So after making assignment, check whether each row has exactly one assignment or not. Now first, second, third and fifth row has an assignment, whereas the fourth row doesn't have any assignment, which means the current assignment schedule is not optimal. So we move on to the next step to draw a minimum number of lines to cover all 0 elements. To draw a minimum number of lines to cover all 0 elements, we have to follow certain procedure. For that, let me first mark the row which doesn't have any assignment. The third row doesn't have any assignment, so I am going to mark this row. This is my first step. Mark the row which doesn't have any assignment. Next, mark the column which has zeros in the marked row. After marking the third row, check is there any 0 element. Here there is a 0 element, so you have to mark this corresponding column. This is your second step. After this, look at this column element and check whether is there any assignment made. So this is the position where we are having an assignment. So we have to mark this second row. This is your third step. Once again I repeat, mark the row which doesn't have any assignment. In this row, is there any 0 element? Means we have to mark that corresponding column. After marking this column, is there any assignment? Means you mark this corresponding row. After this, we have to draw a straight line through all unmarked row and marked column. The second and fourth are marked row. Leave it and draw straight lines through the remaining rows. Through the first, third and fifth row, we have to draw a straight line, and for the fifth column alone, a marked column, you have to draw straight line through it. So this gives the minimum number of straight lines which covers all 0 elements. After this, let me show this matrix clearly to you now. After this, we have to find out the minimum elements which is not covered by any of the straight lines. So these are all the elements which are not covered by any of the straight lines. Among these, you have to choose the minimum element. So the minimum element is 10. 10 is the minimum element which is not covered by any of the straight line. Our next step is, we have to subtract 10 from all uncovered elements and we have to add this 10 with the point of intersection of these straight lines. So these three questions are, we have to add the minimum element and write down the remaining elements as it is. Let me now start with the subtraction of the minimum element from all uncovered elements. So for that, let me start with the second row. 30 minus 10, 20, 10 minus 10, 0, 30 minus 10, 20 and 10 minus 10, 0. And go to the fourth row and subtract 10 from these elements. 20 minus 10, 10, 10 minus 10, here we have 3 zeros. And next we have to add 10 with the point of intersection of the straight lines. So at this position we have 0 plus 10, 10. And for the third row at this position we have 0 plus 10, 10. And for the last row at this position we have 0 plus 10, 10. And write down the remaining elements as it is. That is, for the first row we have 40, 20, 40, 0. And for the third row we have 50, 0, 20, 0. And for the second row also this position we have 0. And for the third row at this position we have 0. And for the last row we have 0, 0, 0, 10. Now we are going to make an assignment as usual. So before that, we have to first write down the number of zeros in each row first to decide where we are going to give our first assignment. Okay. So in the first row we have only 1 0 element, second row has 3 0 elements, third row has 2 0 elements, fourth row has 4 0 element and the last row has 3 0 elements. I am going to give the first preference, or I am going to first make an assignment in the first row since it has only 1 0 element. Now I am going to make an assignment at this position. After making assignment, cross the remaining 0 elements in the same column and also row wise too. So here we have 2, 1 and 3 zeros left remaining. Next I am going to give my next assignment for the third row since it has only 1 0. So I am going to make an assignment at this position. After making assignment, cross the remaining 0 elements in the same column and also row wise too. Second row has only 1 0, whereas third row has an assignment we have made. Second row has only 1 0, fourth row has 2 zeros and the last row also has 2 0. Next assignment is for the second row since it has only 1 0. After making assignment, cross the remaining 0 elements in the same row and column. Look at this matrix. The fourth row has only 1 0 now. So I am going to make an assignment at this position and cross the remaining 0 elements in the same row and column. And for the last row, I am going to make an assignment at this position. So after making assignment, check whether each row has exactly one assignment. Likewise, column wise too. Each column has exactly one assignment or not. Here, each row and each column has exactly one assignment, which means we arrived at the optimum assignment schedule. And the optimum assignment schedule is job A is assigned with machine 4 and B to 5, C to 2, D to 3 and E to 1. Then next we calculate the cost associated with this assignment schedule. So this was the matrix we have arrived using the Hungarian algorithm. But this is not the original cost matrix. This is the reduced matrix we have arrived from the original matrix using the Hungarian algorithm to find the optimum assignment schedule. So in order to know the original cost associated with these positions, let's now look at the given cost matrix. This is what the given cost matrix. So from this matrix we have arrived at this matrix. That is, we arrive this reduced matrix using the Hungarian method. Let me first write down the cost associated with this position, that is A to 4 we have 20, B to 5, because we have given only 4 columns, we add one more dummy column to make it balanced with 0 assignment cost. So B to 5 means B, that is 0 cost, and C to 2, that is 20, and D to 3 20, and E to 1 10. Adding all these values we get minimum assignment cost, that is 20 plus 0 plus 20 plus 20 plus 10. So adding all these values we get 70. So for the given problem we arrived at the optimum assignment schedule and the minimum assignment cost. So from this, what is our conclusion based on the given problem is, here job B is left without any assignment, because here 5 means this is my dummy column, isn't it? So we introduce this dummy column to make it a balanced assignment problem and we proceed. So job B is assigned with a dummy machine. B to E, that is B to 5 means job B is assigned with a dummy machine, which means it is left without any assignment. Hope you got a clear idea about how to find an optimum assignment schedule for a given unbalanced assignment problem. How we have to add the dummy row and proceed to find out the optimum assignment schedule, and how we have to add the dummy row and to arrive the optimum assignment schedule. In both the cases we have discussed in detail here. Thanks for watching. See you again in my next video.